Welcome all my honored guests to the ultimate duel with the best of the best.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Saturday morning live. We are actually live again. Ouch, bumped my hand against something here in the studio. And we have
Mighty Max Toys joining you from sunny after rain, California. Baby's asleep. Let's get to it.
if the big root button goes off, we gotta call it quits.
She's asleep though. She's asleep. And Mama's here, and Mama's got her. And if Mama can't do it, then Snacks can. But I don't trust Snacks.
Snacks is nurturing. You saw how Snacks was like in such a nurturing mood as you guys were nesting as well.
I know he did hold down the fort. You gotta mention. No, much better.
Let's see. So we have a lot of things to talk about today, guys, because we saw just like the beginning, the tip of the iceberg when it came to Toy Fair last week.
Yes.
And we've been seeing so many pictures come up. All kinds of creators have been invited, and we're able to go. So they're sharing their experience and their photos of some of the like coolest items are coming up. And there's still one item that I didn't put in. It was not part of the Toy Fair. It was just a collaboration, but I'll see if I can put it in as we move forward. I'll find a website and put it on because there's so much going on. All I know is that my wallet has been in a lot of pain because of all the beautiful Furby collaborations, at least the shoe collaborations that have been happening. You saw the collaboration with Hey Dude and Furby. And honestly, the brand would have never made it into my radar if it wasn't for that collaboration. And they recently announced that there was, since now they're on my radar, they announced that they're going to be doing a TNMNT collaboration. So we'll bring you some of that information as well, because their shoes are really comfortable. I'm not going to lie. They are pretty
Have you worn them already?
Yeah, I've worn the leopard ones, mainly around the home, just to kind of see. I'm like, okay, let me see. How do they even feel? No, they're comfortable. They're nice, wide, they're cushiony. They're good.
Nice. Now, I do have, there's a lot of things, like I said, Toy Fair just happened, which is amazing, which we have so many different toys to talk about and enjoy. It's insane. But before we move into that, I do want to say, kudos to Porcelain Piggy for holding it down last week. That little snippet of news was enough to get me riled up and excited for this week. And I'm part of the show, So I was just like, oh my God, that is so cool. Because you got this really awesome little like emotes that now that you use on all your little videos and the shorts. And they complement your style so much. And I felt that even if I'm not available or you're not available, us being able to do little things like that, woo, man, so good. You unlocked it.
We have break something here. Welcome.
Yes.
Yeah, I did it like at the last minute because I was like, oh, I don't know what to do. But I was like, I already had all those sprites created that I make for my videos. So I was like, let's make something out of this.
Yes, and there's I hate the fact that I lost it on Big Bad Toy Store, but there's something that I'm like, I can't believe this happened. Let me see. I'll try to find it as we go through the show. Don't worry about it, because there is this. Oh, I found it. Never mind. Go. Okay. We're good. When the time comes, we will talk about it. Because
yes, and I'm also pulling up that other collaboration item just to have it on the side. I'll do the screen share. I just have to find the name because I honestly didn't know about the company. I didn't know it was such a big luxury brand. And I was like, oh no. Why are people doing collaborations with luxury brands?
And I gotta say, let's just do a little bit of show and tell right now, or do you want to wait and just
get the news?
Okay. Show and tell. I don't know how to say this without us getting in trouble, but Jesus, I mean, let's just say that like my eyes are up here, type of deal. Like that is definitely the vibe in the studio. this right here
Oh
this
wow,
week,
Morgan's thighs.
yeah, this week is all about, the big ladies.
It's
It's
women's. Oh, by the way, guys, it's Women's Day. It's International Women's Day today. What if we
perfect.
start live with two super powerful and sassy women?
Oh yeah. Now, so this is one of McFarlane's most amazing female figure. So proportional, it's crazy. Uh, in terms of the body, we all know that Hasbro kind of steers away from big breasts. Like they will reduce them in order to kind of fit what internally they believe should be in the pegs. But at the same time, it's not accurate to the artist,
Character.
right? It's not accurate to the character. So, like, there's no way you can't do Power Girl without the window, right? The window is iconic, so much so that, it's basically part of the card. And McFarlane actually has done them justice. And the face is not as magical, but it's very accurate to the Kingdom, to the Justice Society classic by Alex Ross cover. That is just basically straight out of that. Is beautiful with a cloth and wired cape.
I was about to ask, so I'm like, that cape looks so good.
You cannot beat it. Like I've been having her stand right here on the shelf. It's just amazing. So a little bit of a bittersweet news too, because this week and the last we heard that Todd is losing the DC license for 2026. So this is the last year that Todd McFarlane is making, as far as we know, DC multiverse figures, which is kind of sucky.
Man. Because he's honestly given us like the ones that people are not creating.
Yeah.
So it that's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. But you know what? I'm glad he did what he could with the license. He used it to its extent.
Look at this Superman. Look,
Wow.
this Superman is, no pun intended, super. This is from the 1940s cartoon, and it looks so freaking good. If you can get your hands in this here Superman, go to Best Buy online. That's where I got it. Make sure you do. It is an iconic little sculpt. Hey, and break something. We're talking about Storm Arena. We're talking about Storm Arena because you know what? They made me this week kind of reshuffle my pre-orders, cancel some things, and shift my focus onto them because you can't beat this. You cannot. This is Storm Collectibles full-fledged offering, not Storm Arena, which is 6-inch. But this right here, engineering at 6-inch scale, just scale him down.
Okay, and then this is my pickup version of what your two gals wear, but in my collection version.
That's so cool.
We mimicked them, but in completely different characters.
Dude, that is so cool. You know what? Couldn't have picked it any better.
Yeah, so I picked up this chalice. First, I picked up this one at Ross for $2.99. I was like, and I dug through Ross. I was like, I need more because I need a garden. I need a child.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, I'm about to go to Ross when I go to the gym today. And if I find 6, I'll buy 6.
Yes, I actually hit up about 4 Ross and I only found it in that one. I haven't found any more. And each one of these comes with, sorry, I gave the rings to my Godzillas. With a power ring, with like a little.
Oh, so that means that you definitely need them in order to do the ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, so the Chow only brought one. I don't know if one was stolen, but it just brought with one. And then the evil Chow brought 2. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got some Sonic rings now.
Yeah, that's cool. By the way, the face I made when you showed me those Chow was this.
Oh my god. Love that face. But honestly, it matches with the video game when she gets hit. We get it. But these guys are so cute and they are articulated.
They are articulated? You gotta be kidding me. Get out of town. That's so cute.
So their hands do move and their head. So it's like literally just, I don't know if this, yeah, his head does. Just what, like 3 joints, 3 points of articulation?
Hey, that's all they need, baby.
They're so perfect. And they're to scale with my action figure Sona.
Whoa. So No brainer. When it
No
comes
brainer.
to toys, everybody knows that we have no shortage of toys. But every now and then you find these pieces that are so perfect, and you're like, oh, I can't pass this up, even if they're small, right? That was me last week when I went to, out of all places, Vaughn's to make my weekly grocery trip. I saw the battle packs from Pokemon, and every now and then they have something really good, right? And I showcased the Nincada, the little
Oh
cicada
yeah.
Pokemon,
Mhm.
and this one was Rotom. And Rotom, if you don't know, it's a little ghost that's electric, and it has this beautiful blue
Oh, I
el-
know it's right there.
electric
Okay.
halo, right? So
How
I
did
was
they
just
make
like,
that halo?
aha. But the problem is that I wouldn't be able to show you since I didn't pick it up. And I was kicking myself for it because I went back to the internet and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy it. This is Rotom right here, right? So it has this really cool aura and it's electric, and it can possess different appliances, right? A fridge, a fan, a oven, a lawnmower, a washing machine, and a Pokedex
Oh, that's
itself.
why you get all those shapes.
Hmm. So
Okay.
it's really cute. So
It
I
looks
said to myself, I'm not gonna go back. I'm a parent. I'm a dad. My little 7-week-old baby needs me. I cannot just go back to shop for that particular toy. But if I find it next week,
Wee.
I'm gonna find. And I did. And
Which part you
here,
really
it's
use?
so tiny, but at the same time, it's just like,
It's perfect. Oh, oh, I like how he has that glow around him. Like they
yeah,
cased him on it.
yeah. They encased him on it,
Oh,
and these little electric parts are actually soft. You know,
oh, so they
and it
won't break.
yes, and it brings this little stand that holds them so neatly. And again, it's just like it's translucent, so you can see how it's shot. I'm telling you, it is such a nice little piece. Like you can get pieces like this, like like so big, but sometimes
It's the itty bitty one.
it's the itty bitty subtleness. Like this is just as cool as this because of the
And I feel
engineering
like
and the
one of the
machination.
things that we don't talk about enough is that those Pokemon figures do bring a really good stand for the figures that they
They
represent.
do.
Like my Magikarp, it brings like a little stand to hold the Magikarp in kind of like a splash position. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's so cool. I'm like, they didn't have to include a stand, but they
No.
do. And it really makes it. And it's clear. So it's
Yeah.
easier to edit out in photos.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that in terms of pickups, that is the one thing I bought. This other the Morrigan was a gift for my birthday last year, which came last week. So yeah, it's been a really cool few weeks of picking up action figures.
I don't think I picked anything up recently. I've ordered a couple of stuff online, mainly from eBay, because I continue to grow the Furby collection. And there's some really cool items that are coming up that I want to share with you guys because I can't find any more information of them online except for that one item I purchased.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna send y'all in a hunt if you know any information because I know we're here from like we're YouTube. We have access to everybody around the world, and I think this might have come out either in Latin America or maybe was more popular in Latin America or like in Spain. It does like they don't have information in them, but it's something like that we would play with as kids, and it was very common mostly in Latin America.
Okay, are you going to keep it a surprise, or are you just going to
Yeah,
let us
until it
know?
comes. I don't have it with me.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you already found it. Got it. Okay. So one of the things I've been on the lookout for, and it's been one of those quiet hunts. It's always been in the back of my mind. We all have these. By the way, leave it in the chat. What is that one quiet hunt that you have? You're just like it's in the back of your mind always, no matter what, where you go, or when in your lifetime is it. You've always been looking for it because you kind of want it, and it could be something really special, right? Like Pee Wee, we were talking about how he wanted that, live scale vintage, $1,000 sometimes. Captain Braddock, right? Was who this one?
Harlock.
Harlock. Why did I go with Braddock? Harlock figure. It's one of those, again, it's always there. For me, in Latin America, there is this restaurant called Pollo Campero, which is
Mhm.
basically like Kentucky Fried Chicken, but better.
So
Um,
much better. Like you can't compare it to Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's kind of like Chick-fil,
yeah,
but better.
it's called Chick-fil-A, but yeah,
It's
yes,
okay. Dyslexia is my friend.
yeah, that what's it called? The Dave's hot chicken. Forget it. The chicken finger,
Yeah.
whatever. No,
And even if you try the pollo campero here in the US, it's not the
it's
same.
not the same,
Just think
brother.
about the pollo campero here in the US, but 10 times better.
Yeah, it's like if you've ever been to Mexico and had Coke over there. Over there, Coca Cola is so much nicer because there's lower regulations as to how much sugar it can have. So it's just like so much better over there.
But
But
nobody's drinking that anymore.
I know. So Pollo Campero back in the day used to have kids meal. They still do, but
Mm.
one of the toys that we got from a Pollo Campero meal that was just we beat to death. We played it like crazy. Is this one memory game?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Remember those cards
They
with
were
they had
cute too.
they're really cute. They just had like animals on it. And then we used to put them in all manner of like configurations. Remember? We used to spread them like in a big triangle or a
Or
big
like
square
diamonds. Yeah.
or a diamond, or we used to make shapes
And
because
we're making spirals too.
yeah, because we were
We were
just
just testing our memory with those cards because they were so cool.
yeah. And
I
they
thought
got
they were from Pizza Hut.
they're from Pizza Hut?
I
No,
don't
they're
know. That's what I
Campero.
remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like for me, it's still a little foggy. And finding kids' meal toys from other countries, I think is very difficult. You
It
know?
is, and they always get different variations. So
Yeah.
the McDonald's Furbies that were released in Latin America are completely different than the ones we got here.
Hmm.
So I'm like, they have such amazing variations of different toys. Mostly also because, like, like when McDonald's first began to do Happy Meals, it did start in Latin America.
Yeah.
And then that's how we would get all those random McDonald figures that were literally just toys that somebody had bought from the corner, and that's what you get
Yes.
as your Happy Meal. You're like,
Yes. Yes,
oh,
yes.
okay. I remember mine. It was like a little dog that like you pull it in a string and his legs would rotate as he walked.
That's
I said,
because
what is this?
McDonald lost the license over there. The person who had it, they lost the license for McDonald, the franchise. So they kept the restaurant, kept the staff, kept the food, but now they changed the name to Mac de Servi Pronto, which is like the kind of workaround. So,
Mhm.
but they lost everything McDonald branding, which means that they had to give us something for a kids meal. It was just the crappiest toy ever.
But that's how it started. So it was good that we kind of experienced some of the feeling of the roots.
Yes. Now, let's go ahead and start with
Oh my
the
nose.
what happened?
No, I sneeze was coming up. I was like, oh.
Let's go ahead and start with the actual slides because you know what? We can be talking here forever, but there's actually a lot of very cool things that we need to hit.
Yeah.
Um, we need to talk about Todd McFarlane losing the license some other time because it's just so freaking disheartening. He was getting so good at it too. I mean, freaking cloth capes. Let me close my door. Go ahead. Give us the intro for this.
All right, let's see. So we have, today is International Women's Day. Today it is March 8th. So we just wanted to share this graphic that Barbie made available for International Women's Day, pretty much. And it was like sharing, celebrating friendship and unity through women. And
Yeah.
that, mm,
This pose of the Barbie hugging the older lady, it's so cute.
I'm telling you that they're showing because they each one represents either a specific artists, athletes, or just influential women. And of
Hmm.
course, in the middle, we have the two Barbies.
Yeah, that is really really a cool thing to do. Good on you, Barbie. But now let's go on to more Barbie needs and something that I think is revolutionary. Like, am I seeing this right? Are these actually removable heads?
Yeah, so those are the ones that people were kind of peeking into during Toy Fair. And this is what was dropped by Barbie. So apparently you're gonna have the option of create your own doll. I'm not sure if it comes in packs like this, so you get three bodies, three different head sculpts. And one of the thing about these dolls is that they don't have rooted hair because you put in the wigs and you have the option for them to be bold. And then there's a variety of outfits that you get for each one. The other thing that is pretty groundbreaking with these is the fact that the neck peg doesn't have those hooks on the side that
Yes,
tear the head when you pull it out. So these ones are meant for head swapping. So therefore they don't have that and it's easy to remove and replace. But we're already seeing some reviews of these dolls online. Some of the collectors that were able to kind of get their hands on them at Toy Fair do mention that although they're good for reheading dolls of the current years, the pegs are not stable enough to hold heads from Barbies from like the 90s and the 80s.
that's
That's the
okay. That's okay because you know what? We're looking to the future with this one. If that is the standard model they go with for from now on, I think they're great. And you know what? I think it is going to reduce a lot of plastic more than their freaking Barbie Saves the Ocean line, which was honestly just garbage. And
it was.
then call me crazy, but I just think that they got tired of receiving boxes and boxes, bags of dolls without heads.
That's what I send to them. I
That's
just
what I'm
send them
saying.
tons of Barbie bodies because I buy the fashionistas. I love their face sculpts, but I hate their bodies. And I just take them off and send them back to Mattel. It's like, here you go, put them in another doll because all I really need is the head because if the head is beautiful, and then I just buy made to move bodies in the thrift stores and just rebody them.
Telling you, man, I think this is a great idea. My wife and I were peeking at them because when you posted them on Instagram. Because by the way, only way I do Instagram now is with my laptop. I don't even have it on my phone. Uh, and we really like the basics, right? I think going for black basics is a great idea to start, right? And then we can start moving into patterns, etc. But I think this is a brilliant idea. Now,
Hmm.
we need to work on expanding the line a little bit more, right? To the point that we get a lot more face shapes, right? Color matching is going to be a little bit difficult between old generations and new generations. I can tell you if the problem is that the pegs don't hold them, somebody's going to 3D print some sort of attachment that's going to just make it
There
perfect.
are ways. Usually, what we do when a peg doesn't hold the head is that you tie a couple of rubber bands to the peg,
There you
and
go.
then you push the head in, and it holds it in place. The only
Yeah.
thing is that the rubber band will deteriorate over time.
Over time. Yeah, and I mean, we are um, no strangers to like customization, and I feel like my wife said it yesterday. It's like, dude, working for Mattel to take pictures of Barbies is going to get so much cooler. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
and
so
I feel like they already had this kind of system in house.
yes.
And so they're like, okay, fine, we'll open up the doors and share this system with you guys. So I'm really happy that they did this. It looks really fun. And now I just kind of want them to start mixing and matching like a Kirby short or a Kirby tall, kind of play a little bit more with the body shapes because I think
Mhm.
that's going to open up a couple more options for people. Because I know some folks are like, I don't know which one I would fit into. So I think just kind of playing around with that
Mhm.
makes a will open up more opportunities for folks to kind of create a version of a doll that they believe represents them.
And I feel like there's a lot that these big companies need to kind of start catching up to because there is so much individual creators now that are pretty much filling every need, every niche. So if they're going to want to remain competitive, they better start doing these things that they see the community wants. And clearly,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, having tons of dolls without heads being sent to them because it's not like this is a threat. It's a matter of like
It's not a
that's a,
threat. They have
that
a
is a service they
recycling
offer. You know,
program.
it's
I
not like
don't
they're
do
like
it. I do better, Mattel.
do better dolls without head.
No.
No, this is a service that they provide for recycling. Uh, it's really cool, and I love the direction they're going to. I just hope that when they get the license for not for DC, they start kind of involving something like this. They start
Because
working
when
towards it.
they had it, I believe that they had it. They gave us a really good Wonder Woman. They gave
Yeah.
us some really good superhero bodies. I
Yes.
think it was Mattel that had it. I'm trying to recall,
So this
but
is
I know.
nice for cosplaying Barbies type of deal.
Mhm. So I'm
I
like, I
think
think they look good. I'm really happy that they stay to basic clothing, basic
Mhm.
pattern, because one of the things that we see with Barbie fashion is that they're not um they they are not at the forefront of fashion, which is really sad. They're actually more reactive. And they
Mm.
will, if you see most of the fashion packs, they're like clothes that was popular in like the 2010s or the 2020s. Like right now, the new fashion packs that are coming up are all filled with bows
Mm.
because bows was the trend last year and the year before. This year, where the trends are slowly moving away from bows, but they're still part of it. So you can see like Barbie's trying, but they're never really ahead. Or I guess the process of creating the clothes is just takes so long for it to be approved, produced, and everything that by the time it comes out, Barbie's not in the forefront of fashion. She's actually wearing last season's style.
That's very rough. Those are shot fires if I ever heard one. But you know what? It's true. Sometimes you need to be a little bit more creative, and staying close to basics allow you to kind of skim that line, playing it safe, but it's also very appealing because who doesn't want basics? You know, it's just
Yeah.
truth.
And I
N-
feel like that's a safe thing to do. Like if you just give us plain black, plain white, plain pastels. The one thing that Barbie always does wrong is that they give us all these crazy patterns with terrible color combinations that you're like, dude, no, nobody's gonna wear that.
Now, the thing about these is I'm on the website, the Mattel website right now. Let me go ahead and share it so that we can kind of wrap. Hey, you said bows. Let's put a bow on this one, right?
Yeah.
Uh, because let's talk prices. Let's talk moolah. Let's talk $100. But what do you get for $100 ruse?
I
You
believe you
get
get the $3, yeah.
three
$3,
diverse making move body. That's pretty great.
mhm.
Pretty. That's a huge deal. That's three
Because
dollars. Three
usually
heads.
one made to move body doll with whatever clothes she brings, which they usually just give them like workout clothes. She's about $20.
Yeah. So I feel like this is one hell of a value. For $100, you get three dolls, three heads, three wigs, and a whole bunch of accessories. And that's to me, it's a no-brainer. Kit one, right?
Hmm.
It's basically
And for
this.
me, I'm obsessed with the clothes, with the shoes too.
Yeah.
Oh, oof, oof,
Yeah.
big oof.
Honestly, this is a no freaking brainer. Now, I feel this is a very good deal that you really shouldn't pass up. If you're a Barbie collector and you want to get to that next level, or you just want a serious upgrade, do this. But we will reserve whether or not you get it because I'm pretty sure since what is it? August is coming along, your birthday, right? It's a
Oh, these
good.
girls are gonna sell out. They're not gonna be around for August. That's
Ooh.
how the Barbie collection world
You can
goes.
buy it right now, but you need to buy the collector's license, right? Too the collector's
It
pass.
didn't say. It didn't
Oh, it did
say that
say.
you needed a Barbie Club card
Mm,
in it. So I don't know. Haven't seen it. Oh, and one of the things I wanted to mention was like you remember how now there is like a there's a Hot Wheels collectors one, there's a Barbie one, and now there's also a Masters of the Universe one. Is I think is a Gray Skull Club.
yeah, I'm telling you, like Barbie's moving kind of away from there's a branch of the Barbie tree that's moving towards. Hey, hello, you can use the frame, the kit, in order to create so many different things, like cosplaying. Oh my god, the heart. Dude, make you imagine a body that good, like the made to move body, as the Baroness from GI Joe? Forget it, knockout. Sign me
Yeah,
up.
I feel
But
like they're doing something. They're going to
I
better
know you're
places.
doing something.
Thank you for something. I'm glad that you're enjoying some of the Barbie news as well.
But don't worry, break something. We're wrapping it up because right now you're going into what is this cute thing? It is
It's
not
a
tough.
cute. I know. So, Pop Mart is trying to bank on the fact that people love Labubu and they want rubber face items with plushy bodies, and they're like, "Let's do it with Teletubbies because people love Teletubbies." But unfortunately, this creeps me out.
Really? I actually find them really cute.
I don't
But
like them.
but here's the deal. I have a newborn who is like sneaky and just like every time I put coats, it looks like this, just kind of like blobby. So I'm kind of conditioned to kind of like this look right now.
Ah, I don't know. I think no, they don't seem to be postable. I don't know if they are, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not used to seeing Teletubbies that fuzzy. That as a Teletubby, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, you know what? I can tell you there's going to be a huge market for it, and what comes from the ripples will be good. We know. We know. Switchable head is, I'm telling you, it's a good kit. Don't You got to think outside the box with these things, okay? You can use those for a lot of different things.
I feel like they're really good gifts for people who you want them to get into Barbie alongside, like if you're already a Barbie collector, or if you're not, but you would like some like to I know this gave me this kind of vibes, like last week vibes, that creeper guy. But like I think those kits are really fun. Like if because people have been wanting to make their own Barbies. I know when it was like the Barbie Dream House tour, not the Barbie truck one, but the actual museum one, there was an option for you to create your own fashionista, to create your own doll. And a lot of people are like, a lot of this don't look like me. So this is an opportunity if you want to get like a really cool gift for someone that you're like, oh, wouldn't it be fun for you to turn yourself into a Barbie? I think they appreciate it. Sorry, if you get me talking Barbie, I'll continue, but we'll be back. Okay,
Yeah.
move on. Sorry. Bring something. I'm sorry.
We need to
You
create
got
a
me back
brand new.
on it.
We need to create a. Okay, no. The thing is that we missed. We missed last week. We only had a short little bit, and there's a lot. There's a lot to talk about. And guess what? Ah!
This is Pop Mart. It's because it's on the page of Pop Mart. Pop Mart is also making some Barbie blind boxes. The one that I have my eye on is that mermaid.
It's the mermaid. Yes, I knew, because that's the one you used to have. It looks
I
cute.
had that one, and I still have her. I still have her. I still
Yeah.
have her original clothes and tail. I just lost those damn stars that go on her hair. They're so beautiful, and I can still feel them because they have Velcro, and I will bite them.
Dude, honestly, this is a really cool avenue. This entire ecosystem of toy collecting, the Pop Mart, like larger blind boxes, are becoming so popular. People love them. And honestly, what you get, it feels a little bit more upscale. It's like that. It's like adult gotcha. The one you used to have like 2 quarters or 50 cents at the at the supermarket back in the day, with the
Yeah.
crank machines. You get the ball.
It's not even the gotchas. It's the American gotchas.
Yeah, honestly, I have a baby. She's a little girl. I'm thinking Easter egg hunt with Pop Mart stuff, like next when she gets to that. Gotta
See,
think
that's
about
a
it.
good one.
Now,
It's a
let's talk about Furby, which is basically the bread and butter for this for this particular channel. What is up?
So
These are
Furby has
new.
Yes, Furby has a collaboration with
new.
Toy Shoes. So we have some beautiful, what are they called? Mary Janes. Yes.
This is
Yes.
that.
Yes, it is that. And guess what? They're on their way to my
Wow.
house now.
Huh?
They're on their way to my home. I purchased them already.
Yay! Whoa! Hey, no joke! Wow! Dang, that's crazy. That's that.
Last week Koi went ahead and mentioned that they were going to have this collaboration and it was going to be dropping sometime later on. And during the time that you were waiting, they had created this one piece of the page that looks like that Furby says, ask me anything. And it's kind of like a little AI thing that will give you answers, I believe. I didn't type anything into it because I don't support AI. So I was just like, I'll just snip a picture of it, but I will not type anything into it. But if you put play on the little video that's up there,
Dude, what if they make a Furby with AI now?
Well, Furby has the Guinness World Record of being the very first AI toy. So it does have artificial intelligence, but not the way that people use it now.
Imagine you can say, hey, Furby, yeah, go ahead and make reservations for this restaurant. Okay.
You want it to be attached to the internet, like Alexa.
Oh my god. Okay, what is this?
So when you go to the page, they even made the mouse to be a Furby, and it has like the little Furby tracker. So if you want these shoes, they will set you back $112, tax included, plus $16 shipping through FedEx. So they are not cheap, but they're once in a lifetime opportunity.
No, and you already wear shoes like these all the time. Like the platforms with the little strap, that's totally your style. And they got the right Furby for it.
Furby. Mm-hmm.
Good job, Dad. Look at that. Look
And
at
the eyes do open and close, and so does the beak.
Forget it. Forget it. This is a no freaking brainer. These are dope. So at this point, you already have all three that were released: the
Yes.
white, the rainbow, and this one.
So yeah, it was the leopard, the rainbow, and then this one. So
Damn.
I'm really excited.
I'm telling you guys, if we're collectors, we're eating good. We are eating good. Good.
Yeah, no, we're not really eating good because I spend all my money on Furby shoes.
But you know what? Why wouldn't you? You know,
Exactly. I mean, you don't pay attention.
dude, I have it in my budget every year, and this is not a toy budget, that every year I need to buy myself 2 pairs of shoes because I just need to. I need to wear something on my toesies. And now what's going on here?
Well, that's what happens when you don't help me do the slides. You only get the news that I want to hear.
Oh, no. Trust me, I am thoroughly enjoying this because I'm being surprised as we go. And there's stuff. I have things to share. Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about Thundercats. We're going to talk about Storm Arena. We're going to talk about Marvel Legends. We're going to talk about all that. But allow me, to be thoroughly enjoying and delighted by this Furby news. What's going on here?
So Furby also announced that they're going to be having Furby minis. So they're little mini surprise packs, and you can get different variations of Furbies that have those little, not 3D, but like those little eyes that shift.
Lenticular.
Lenticular eyeballs. So I don't know why some are shaped like radios or presents or whatever, but they just went ahead and leaned into it fully. And that's one of the new things that was also shown during Toy Fair.
That is cool. I love that Furby keeps on going. And these are nice. I'm pretty sure they're going to be cool things that you can turn into earrings, necklaces, charms, all manner of things. And they're not going to be too expensive, or I'm sure they're not going to be all too hard to get. My favorite one is the Dizzy one.
Yeah, he's pretty cute. And I think it's the only one that's shaped like a Furby as I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. I guess that Furbies are like Rotom. They can possess, their electric soul can possess different appliances or burgers. Just become things. Oh, well, you know what? The pink and green right here, it's also regular Furby color. Or
yeah.
shape.
Shape, yeah.
That's cool. All right. Let's go ahead and give a little bit of a pause. And I promise, guys, promise that this right here also involves, and it's of particular interest to, Porcelain Piggy here. Okay? Because one of the best figures to be released this year went up for pre-order. We've been looking at it. We've been marveling at it. Our jaws are in the ground. Please give me a Scooby Snake.
$30. I thought they were going to be $25.
Remember, everything from Jada Toys went up because tariffs too, right? So like we everything went up for like $3 or $4. We're seeing it across the board, but I think $29, it's still okay for what they're giving you. But here's the deal. I already pre-ordered it. This guy was a no-brainer. Let's go. Let's cancel something and get this one instead, because let me tell you, this figure looks so cool. So Jada Toys has already released, tons of solicitation pictures for the Shaggy and Scooby. So just a Shaggy or the Scooby-Doo first wave. And the first wave includes the Creeper and the Mummy, as well as Shaggy. Now, I
I
know
love
for
the running poses. They're able to get it so cartoony style. They did a great job.
yeah. Look at look at this guy. Honestly, it's such a great mummy. It's a good mummy figure, and it's just cartoony enough. Okay, this creeper stance is
It's so
basically 1960s, 1970s animation. This is so perfect. And look at this,
it's
this effect.
so good.
You know, I wish they would have done a female hand as a tease for Velma, but I think that
It
Shaggy
could
thing,
be a female hand.
yeah, it
Velma
could be.
doesn't have any like nail polish or anything on her
Yeah.
hand.
So the very first wave of Jada Toys Scooby Doo 12-inch, not 12-inch, 6-inch scale uh, figures went up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. You can go ahead and get them there. You can get them in other retailers as well. But honestly, I am really super duper excited about these. I have one of the pandemic's best toy that was released,
Mm.
and I
Nice.
cannot wait to fit those figures into this here toy. You know,
They're gonna look great.
yep, they will. Is this is the perfect Mr. Machine 2, by the way? Oh, so we are very, very excited for those. There are other things that were also revealed at New York Toy Fair, and thanks to Pixel Dan as well as Lago Figs, we got a whole bunch of different reveals. NECA, for example, went ahead and did their own envisioning of
Hmm.
Bebop and Rocksteady as if they would have been appeared in the movies, right? It's not for everybody, I can tell, but they it's an artistic interpretation. They're not in the movies. You technically don't need them for your collection, right? But if you would want them, or if you want to keep expanding that, which is now super complete, so much so that you have a Kevin Eastman freaking action figure, they're there. And they're also going to be re-releasing the Turtles, right? Which is always a good thing. No, now NECA is also heading into the individual artist creator thing.
Mhm.
And this ones are basically by J Grumman 60. You can also check at Pixel Dance Instagram for this, who brought us the coverage for it. Again, not for everybody, but NECA is willing to go the extra mile and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you Dracula Shredder if you don't want it. There's a dead rat accessory and a turtle with a freaking candle on top of it. Like, wait, this is a skull. This is a turtle skull.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
It's
It's
like sometimes you
so
just want
dark.
this is dark.
They really leaned into it.
They leaned into it. And so if you're a NECA collector, you're gonna be eating good too. But one of the best reveals was this type of, you know,
Mm.
cartoony turtle. They look so cute.
They are so adorable. Like they're so flat in the front, but their facial expressions are really cute.
Yeah, these turtles were inspired by the Usagi Yojimbo cartoon, so it's as if they were be drawn by the
Uh,
Usagi Yojimbo artist, which honestly, it's a really nice set, and I think I'm gonna get this just because Donnie, Rav, Mikey, and maybe my least favorite is Leonardo's face, but there's an alternative head, of course. They look so unique. They look cool, you
they
know.
do. They look really nice, like in a comic book. Like in your, if you have like a
Mhm.
setup for all your comic books, put them around it. It look really nice.
Yeah, and again, thanks to Pixel Dan for all of his coverage. Right now, these are the 2003 turtles, I think. No, 2013 turtles, right from Nickelodeon, right?
Mhm.
These,
Why is
these
he
are
so adorable, Mikey?
Mikey is just adorable, and each one is gonna bring their own little like kitten friend, right? So these are super cool. I remember actually liking this series quite a bit. I did collect the toys when they started, but I didn't continue with it. I know they're not my cup of tea when it comes to the turtles. Like I like them. I think this the series is awesome, but it's not something I want to collect. Okay, but I want to say that my favorite things that were released in Toy Fair, one of the it's these mishmash Masters of the Universe and Thundercats. because every piece looks so good. The Chitara with the alternative pieces to make the classic Chitara, the Tigra, the Panthro, dude, the Lionel, so good. I don't. I know Pixel Dance favorite is this Battle Cat. I don't really care for it. I just want to build a classic, a classic Thundercats line, and I think this is it. It's really
And this
cheap.
gives you the opportunity because I know we missed out.
Yes, and Super Seven has the line for Thundercats, right? And if you have a perfect collection of the Thundercats from Super Seven, good on you. You have the best Thundercat collection that there is. Like bar none, it's amazing. I only have the two Mumras because those figures are just iconic. So I was actually looking at them earlier this week, and I thought if there are figures within the last 10 years of action figure collecting and building that are kind of like future Grail pieces, are those two. That Mumra and that Monstar, they're such beautiful action figures, man. Like if you don't have them, get on it. They're not even all that expensive right now.
They're not. They're like on sale.
Yeah, so just like Brick something is saying, man, this line of Motu X Thundercats, oh my god, it looks really good. Like I'm not even a fan of Motu that way, right? But I just want this line. That I think Mattel has gotten so good at making this type of bodies, right? That is a no-brainer for me. You know.
Ooh, and Rick something says the Mumras are fantastic, sculpted by the four horsemen with love.
Yeah, absolutely. So I told you guys we're gonna talk about it, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit from Storm.
And I feel like with the pictures that we just saw of the Thundercats and Masters of the Universe look better than the ones I had seen online that we actually showed last time because I feel like they look more detailed.
Oh yeah, and you know what? That's what Pixel Dance said as well. Pixel Dance said that this looks so much better in person and on and in hand than they do in the original reveals. I mean, one of my favorite pictures from this particular line is, and rightfully so, is this inclusion. This is Eternia's castle as a pauldron.
It looks
Like
great.
whoever designed this, get him a raise. That is the DNA you need to make this type of things work, right? And I
And
love
it
that.
looks like it's a product of love for sure. Like
Yeah,
a true fan did it. It's like, let's do it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Let me do them justice.
and they also, the person who posts his figures is also very well versed in what collectors want to see, because you can see that
The wrist. Yeah.
he can put the wrist back enough so he can rest the sword on his shoulder. I don't think you want to do that because you're resting a sharp blade on your sword. But hey, you know what? If you have a
It's
pull,
better than the ones that did the one for Samurai Jack, that they were just like sticking
oh
in
my
his
god,
belt.
fire those people, man! No kidding.
That was
Nobody
like the
should get fired
worst.
over a post of a toy. But anyways, uh, yes, I think there's a lot of love that's been going on. Uh, so we are truly, truly living in a renaissance here. Um, let's go ahead and talk back about Furbies because we're not done
Wait,
with it.
wait,
Just
wait.
want
I have something else to share before we go back into
go ahead.
Furbies. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, that is a lock, but it's also a Gucci.
It is not a lock. It is a purse. This is a Tamagotchi handbag from Copperny. And this is a collaboration that was announced this week.
No way. It looks
So
so old. It looks as if it's old as hell.
that was, that's the vibe that they were going
Yeah,
for. And
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing, one tiny of their handbags will set you back about $800.
Uh-huh.
So you can assume that we're gonna end up with like about an $800 Tama.
Yo. That's crazy. I gotta say, that's bold. That's
Yeah, for me,
bold.
I was like, oh man, I'm like, it looks so cool. It is not a keychain, it is a handbag.
That's huge. That's huge.
No, it's
It's
itty
like,
bitty.
it's itty bitty. Oh, forget it. No, get rid of that. Nah, 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 nah. I thought it was like a full handbag. Like it was
Oh,
like
their
big.
handbags also are about, yes, yeah, big.
Nah, forget it. All my excitement, I retract it. Take it back. Let's move on. That sucks. That's you swept the carpet right under my feet, and now I'm tripped on the floor, fell on my face. That's not nice.
They made
Ah,
it itty bitty. They
how did
didn't
it
make it
be?
big. Initially, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be huge. But no, it's pretty small.
Ah, okay, guys, I love big figures. I have a simple mind when it comes to collecting. If it's big, I'm already like, whoa.
There's something about him because when you hold the big figure, you're just like,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah, there's something about it. Okay, what is this angel? Oh, this looks like freaking New Year's Furby.
So this one is actually inspired by, I believe it's like isn't I don't remember if it's called Royal Furby or Bejeweled Furby, but there was a Bejeweled Furby that was supposed to be released back in the 90s that was never released, and it was supposed to be like gold and silver and white. And so they went ahead and picked up where they left up back in the 90s and gave us this version of the Furby, and he is available for pre-order. I'm gonna sit and wait for a little bit to drop because right now the pre-order I believe is at either 79.99, but we know that Furbies will eventually drop to about 39 bucks. And if you want some from the very first wave, they already
Go
are
get
at
some.
for
Oh,
about $5 to $10.
sorry, I was channeling Cody Rhodes yesterday. So go ahead. Sorry.
But yes, that's one of the newest Furby drops.
And can I tell you? I think it's a cool Furby drop, but very basic. It's like a recolor paint. I get it. I get it. But this I am officially offended by.
When I saw this, I'm like, it really makes no sense to me. Um, I don't know. I saw it, I was like, okay, I guess Furbies and Reese's are having a collaboration. And okay, I'm like, is this an Easter special?
That's what I
I
thought.
That's all I can think about when it comes to that because I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. When I saw it, I thought it was like fan made. But then when Furby Junkie went ahead and shared the photo that somebody shared to her from a toy fair, I guess it's a real thing.
To me, what this is number one. What about the folks who are allergic to peanuts, bro? One. And number two, I feel like this does not have the Furby energy, DNA, soul. It has more of a troll soul. Like,
Exactly. That's what I've been realizing lately. I was like, huh, they're really leaning into that troll aesthetic.
yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of abandoning a little bit of that Furby one. So I'm like, I don't know.
yeah. I can't sign up for this one, because I get it. There's zero mobility, so you want to put something into the figure to make it acceptable for kids or interesting for kids, right? But that means that you're just borrowing from trolls and Furbies should be different to some degree because otherwise you're not really challenging yourself to create something new or interesting. You're just going between the two, and no. And when you have this palette of just like pure, okay, I think Reese's are overrated. Reese's are awful. They taste like salt. Why? Why?
For me, I just don't understand the collaboration. I'm like, I've never, when you think Furby, and even the Furby toy says pizza.
Yes.
And so I'm like, I don't understand why Reese's all of a sudden. I don't know how that came to be. I just know that Furbies and pizza have always been like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And lately, the Furby page has been trying to push pickles too. And in the games, you would be able to feed Furbies pickles and all that stuff. But I'm like, I've never seen, them with Reese's. So it came like such a left field. We're like, what?
No, it's weird. It's a weird thing. It's a swing and a miss, but we're seeing so many different things from Furby. Hey, they're bound to get something wrong, and
Yeah,
this
they're
to
throwing
me,
everything out
nah.
there.
But moving on to something doll related, that's actually very cool. And if
And
you watched the Hasbro unboxing for the new GI Joe
mhm.
Dreadnoks Cold Slither, which is the band that the Dreadnoughts play in, unboxing, you will have noticed a tease because in the box, which is basically like a band, right?
Mhm.
It's the new exclusive they're going to release. It's 4 figures. They all have guitars and stuff like that, right? And they're Dreadnoks. Not something I'm going to buy, but it's a really cool little collectible piece. If you open the
Mhm.
box, it says like now showing one time only, blah blah blah, and there's a poster there with one night only Gem and the hologram with the
Ooh.
logo, everything 100%. What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know. But we're seeing, people have been very happy with the gem doll that was released by loyal subjects, and I'm kind of happy that they didn't just stop at that, and they went ahead and are giving us pizzazz, and they're also giving us gem from the glitter and gold line. So
Ooh.
it looks amazing.
Mm.
I'm just hoping that they give us one of your favorite characters from Gem and the Holograms that also appeared during the Glitter and Gold tour.
Who?
Do you remember him, Max?
Rico?
Not Rico. The other guy that they were stranded in an island and she straight up cheated on Rico with.
Oh my god, I don't remember.
What?
I
Okay,
don't
here, let me.
remember at all.
Oh
No, I
my.
don't. Sorry.
Okay.
Who?
We'll go. Okay,
Okay, we'll revisit this a little
we'll
bit later.
revisit this with the whole. We'll go over the drama of Gem and the Holograms next week. I'm gonna work on the love tree that was created and the drama of it all, and how although Rico was always put seen as a person who was the sleazy guy because he was two timing her with herself, Gem was actually two timing him for real.
Ah, I see. Damn, that's crazy. All right. I get it.
Yeah, but this is
I
also great. I love all the accessories that they bring and all the like bonus stuff. They come with a stand, they come with a ticket to the concert, alternative costumes and clothing. We know that the original one comes with a Jerica outfit, although we have not received a Jerica head for her to actually have it. So we don't know if we're even getting like a Jerica herself, but the dolls look really good.
okay. Let me see. I'm trying to go uh
Unboxing.
the GI Joe unboxing because it's so cool, and I want to show you what the Cold Slither is all about. And they have the set, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna be able to see that the DNA of both of them is basically so similar
It's one and the same.
to the one in the gem and the hologram. So it's not like I said a set for me per se, but it is
Okay.
fun. you know, you have all the Dreadnoks, you have Zartan there, you have Torch, and they're all playing instruments and they look absolutely ridiculous.
I
Uh,
think that's so cool. You know, like they have a life outside of being Joes.
yes,
They
they'll
have a band.
change. Yes, this is basically their whole thing
Oh my
right now.
gosh. Oh, wow.
So it is something that's coming. And apparently they're also going to release little reaction figures. It's the whole deal. Okay, so Hasbro's really like leaning into it, and I'm going to find that little Easter egg. It's really cool. It was literally just on that video, so I really hope that they do some female figures like GI Joe but featuring like Jerica in the bottom. That would be so cool. I mean, they've done it in the past, so why not?
So let's
Um,
see. Let's see. And I'm pretty sure also like um we are gonna also get a couple of other things coming from Mattel because Mattel is celebrating its 80th anniversary this year. So I'm sure they're gonna create some special things just with their own line of toys that are celebrating it. We already kind of saw a sneak peek of Barbie with the celebration dress from Mattel, but I'm pretty sure they might do other like special things when it comes to like Matchbox, Hot Wheels,
yeah,
Masters of the Universe.
and you know what? We're already starting to see a lot of these, unconventional kind of toys start to hit and start to hit the markets again. Like this one, I feel like this is something that I would really love for my daughter to have, and it's so cool that I could actually have it. I could just buy it again. You
Yeah,
know?
so it's really cool that the Popples came back and they didn't just give us like the tiny ones, they actually went ahead and gave us a full scale Popples.
Yes.
So yeah, if you wanted one or if you want to share that with the new generation of collectors, you can go ahead and get them their brand new Popple. You can recreate those pictures of you as a child with them as a child and their little Popple.
Honestly, like it is such. I mean, tell you, we're living in a golden age of collectibles. But let me talk a few things. I want to. We reached the hour, and I want to make sure to go and help my wife with my daughter. Uh, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of quick hits. There's a lot to talk about, but I do want to mention, because I said we will the Jada Toys 6-inch line, which is uh, there we go. There we go. Perfect. And this is a courtesy of Lago Figs, right, on Instagram. So definitely go check him out. He is an amazing person and also a collector dad. So this is the Sagat that they're going to release, and this is in the 6-inch scale, and it's kind of making the things from Jada Toys kind of obsolete,
Yeah.
because this figure is so much nicer than the ones that Jada Toys actually put out for pre-order just a few weeks ago, a few days ago. So it was kind of like, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you this figure. Wait, give me 1 second. I hear the big Rue button. Let me take a look.
Uh-oh.
All right, press water.
Oh, he's got to run. He's got to run. All right. So I wish would have left us the page, but it's totally okay. Yeah, but they do look great. It kind of sucks that Jada Choice is not. It's got kind of getting kicked out of that position that they had. That had really gotten new fans into their product line, and the prices that they had were pretty good. So, what's the prices on these?
That's the thing. It's the same price. It's like 26 versus 29.
So
You know.
it's really kicking them out of that position of power that they had with that license. That sucks.
But Jada Toys is smart. I gotta say, like, yes, eventually the Street Fighter line will be replaced. Like,
Yeah.
because people are gonna end up getting this ones over the ones from Jada Toys. But
But
here's the
they
deal.
already got the ones from Jada Toys because they came out first.
True, and I have Jada Toys figures. I mean, I have the Cammy here, which I think is a great figure. But
And the packaging is really nice. I would like
yeah,
to see what the competitive packaging looks like for this, guys.
and Ryu, I took Ryu from Jada, which is a beautiful figure, to Japan with me. So it's like they do have a special, place. But here's the deal: Jada Toys is really smart because Jada said, "We are going to complete this roster and be done with it." Okay,
Mm.
so I think color me, a uh, color me a theorist here. I think
Mhm.
Jada Toys knew that Storm Collectibles was going to infringe. Not infringe. I don't want to say
What
infringe because
difference?
infringe
Because
is
they
like,
both have rights to the license, or else
but
they wouldn't
different
have.
versions. Different versions. Yes, yes, yes. I got to take that back. But they were going to start, bringing out these figures for that particular price. Exactly. Yes. And dude, that should be just my co-host now. And for that reason, they were like, we're not going to continue from this point. We're going to finish this roster, and then they say, oh, we're going to do the next game. No.
Sorry, I forgot he says that.
So I feel like Jada Toys is going to be fine because remember, yes, I canceled my Sagat, but I also pre-ordered the freaking Shaggy, right?
Ooh.
And Storm Collectibles is not making Shaggy and Scooby, right? And just like Brick something said, competition is good. Jada came in as a competition for Storm, which then sparked Storm intentionally or not to launch the Arena line and sell them at $26. This is only energizing Jada in return. I absolutely agree. Because Jada Toys kind of new, and now they have engineering, the tooling, the know-how, and the built audience, right? Who's expecting things from them in the action figure world, and they're delivering. Again, their Scooby Doo line, amazing. They also have um, the mascots, like the cereal mascots. Again, beautiful
Yeah,
figures.
I feel that all the competition is kind of getting them to do some niche figures that might
Yes,
not have gotten the kind of love that they're getting now, because they're like, hey, you can only get it here, and so because you can only get it here, we're gonna go like full frontal with it in a way. We're gonna go hardcore at making it great.
and let's not get it twisted because Jada Toys is also kind of shooting themselves in the foot here too, and they're making this intentionally. They're saying, okay, we're gonna
It's
take
true.
a
It's
hit.
true. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's true, Break something. Who wins? Us. Of course we do. And like, because we're getting so many great figures from so many, and we get so many different options. Yes, great options. And to be real, some of us might be buying both because toy collector brain. It's true.
Yes,
Accurate.
and you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because that's the thing. Storm Arena kind of it's taking a big risk because the Storm Arena line it's a smaller scale and it brings less accessories as opposed to the 7-inch scale, right? Which some people may start calling online just for clickbait, like, oh, it's dead, it's defunct. Why do the 7-inch anymore, right? Well, the reason is because you're getting like two freaking or three sometimes layers of accessories, right? So they're not going to continue doing this, but they also may say, you know what? Because of the economy, maybe making them smaller is the way to go. And you see this in,
Mhm.
give me a sec. So, in the
I
fact
know.
that they're offering you new characters like Dan Hibiki, which they haven't, and you saw the sneaky peeky up here at the top. Uh,
Mm-hmm. And
we
them
had
thighs.
them thighs,
There she
Morgan,
is.
which means that this girl is now remade. You
Mhm.
know, it's coming back. She's coming back, but now it's in 6-inch scale. And guess what? I'm going to be buying her again because I
And
just
that's the
love the
other thing,
character.
because she might also have different face setups than the one that we currently have. Because I know you wanted some specific um, expressions that this one didn't have. And
Yes.
honestly, like something you got me thinking, because I'm like, you know what? What property is the one that keeps getting remade over and over and over again? And collectors just continue to purchase. It doesn't matter what's the shape, size, color, or whatever. And it's TNMNT.
Batman, Batman, Spider Man, TNMT.
Exactly. I'm like TNMT, Batman. So we continue to buy them. Doesn't matter what shape, what size, what scale. We just get them.
Yeah. And you know what? I love the fact that we live in a world where this, like you said, competition gave us an entire line of amazing product.
Yeah.
And at the same time, didn't stifle the growth of the competition itself. Instead, Jada's like, oh, dude, fine, you can have Street Fighter, but we'll still rock it with everything else. And I love that. Right now, as a collector, as a toy collector, I am amazingly impressed and satisfied. But now, here's the one thing about Jada Toys that I want to address their turnaround. Jada Toys has ridiculously fast and reliable turnaround. They say it's going to be out this quarter, boom, it's there. First in line. Storm Collectibles takes a while. Okay, they take a while. It's a lot. There's a lot more, gears are turning apparently on that in that thing. It's not. It's not McFarlane. They were just like, oh, by the way, this is coming, and it's already out. It's already. Did you check your mail? It's right there.
It's true. You're like, wait, what? I'm like, they
Wait,
barely
what?
dropped. Yep.
Yeah.
So while
So
you're waiting for the Storm Collectible ones to come up, you can be playing with the Jada figures.
yeah, and if you have a small one like a 10-year-old, 12, 13, or and if you of course monitor, because small pieces don't put them in your mouth and want to get swallowed, right? These are good knock around toys, the Jada toys. They are meant to be played with, you know, as opposed to the Storm collectible things, which are, like the name indicates, collectibles, and they break, and they're like these little wings on on her on her head. I'm like, there's no articulation. There is just they're being held by a dream, you know.
Here we got another one. We got another one. So, food for thought. Storm collectibles form with the soft rubbery overlay over the inner articulated frame takes more time to develop. I think Arena is standard plastics and they'll move fast. Okay.
Yeah, I do think so, and I think that's a good idea. I mean, the
Anything's faster than Four Horsemen. That's all I say.
hey, you guys have $800 or five was it $500 for the dragon? That's how much it is now. So yes, this little like diaper overlays. If you want to do them right, they take a long time. McFarlane does them in like a fraction of the time, but they look every now and then. There's some figures that work. Like her diaper overlay, flawless. Like it actually looks good.
You think
Superman, flawless. It actually looks good. But in order for us to get here, we had years of crappy diapers, for sure. You know?
papers? Love this.
Oh, there you go.
So,
I'll break something, keeping me straight right here with the 1,050. Yeah, 500 seemed cheap, huh? Ship that dragon to be in San Francisco. Yeah. Oh my lord.
that's a
How is
lot.
this?
And are there any tariffs on that guy? Where's he coming from?
Oh my god. Well, I do love me some Four Horsemen, but yes, it's a company, man. It's a company, and I cannot with the Four Horsemen because I already have so much Tunishi Studios, on the pipeline. I have the camel and I have the little mech guy.
And that's the price for the dragon with 2 accessory packs, fire breath and wings. Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord! Yeah, I'm telling you,
You
we
put
have
it
to talk.
photographed so well. I can't wait to see what you do with it. Um,
Um,
I wanna see the work. I wanna see the $1,050 quality photos that you'll be taking with him.
yeah, and honestly, here is the. Let's see, this was who did this?
$87 in taxes, man. That's a lot. 806, 850 for those, and then 150 shipping. Why can't they just do free shipping? You're already paying so much. And then $87 in taxes. Jeez.
Uh, just honorable mentions, right? Because honorable mentions are a thing. I want to do an honorable mention before we kind of sign off because I do have to go. But I want to give an honorable mention to Plunderlings.
I'm sorry. I'm bringing something that's just keeping me entertained. He's like, oh, he can't get that. But his brother in Pasadena will. And so he'll go visit his new nephew often. Let
There
us
we
know.
go.
I would love to see you holding the new nephew.
I know, dude. Honestly. By the way, guys, if you if you order the replacement faceplate for your Giant Man, it's shipping. I got my shipping notification earlier this week, like I think on Wednesday. So I'm gonna have my eyes looking forward. Plate coming in sometime. Hopefully, it's in my mail right now. But
Did
I
you have
wanted to
to
do.
pay extra? Or was that like a fixing thing?
It was a fixing thing. It was for
I
free.
think that's completely free. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
all you have to do is call them and give your shipping
Like a mail.
information. Yep, exactly. And and then you do your order, and they will ship you the little part, which is cool. You ended up with an extra plate, a head plate. That's awesome. But then honorable mentions to Plunderlings. I do not care for Plunderlings. I do not care for the design. I do not care for their faces. I do not care for their vibe or their DNA. But then you give me articulated comical birds, and I'm there. This pirate freaking pelican looks so cool to me. I need him. This is so nice. And I can't wait for them to do other pirates that are like an osprey, a bald eagle. I love birds, so this looks really cool. Again, it's one of those things that Plunder Lakes has really good bones. Apply them to something different, and wow, you got a winner.
It's really good to try to mimic his lip movement to yours.
So wait, let's do it.
Okay, okay. Get over here, boy.
So let's say goodbye. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. So let's say goodbye. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say goodbye. It's a little delayed, but it's fine. Okay.
I'm a
Um,
little delayed. Okay, it has to go through my brain processes and then to the squeezing in pattern.
yes. Okay. So, is there anything else that we need to talk about? There's a lot. Good Smile Company, Marvel Legends. We didn't even touch Marvel Legends, and that's because the new Gamerverse kind of like, it's not that great. It's cool if you like it, but it's a whole bunch of skins for uh your Spider-Man thing. Collector-thon. Dang. Break something. I do not know if you collect GI Joe Classified, but there is this one freaking guy who is coming in the next batch. It's called Crystal Ball, who has a lenticular shield that looks so freaking metal, and I cannot wait to add to my collection. The problem is that it's in Walmart and it's collector-thon, which means it's going to be very difficult to come by. Hopefully not. But when I look at the pictures here,
Oh
this is
wow.
the one that
What
sold me.
photo?
That looks so cool. The whole Cthulhu demon thing. Oh, forget it. I'm sold. So I'm gonna try to get it. But until
Oh,
then,
and then there you also saw another like Barbie thing that came out. They're doing like a Play-Doh collaboration Barbie thing. We'll see that later. We'll talk about all that stuff later. There's so much more that we're so behind to talk about, and so many more things are gonna be coming up next week. So we'll try to keep you in touch with some of the stuff that are popping up. Again, thanks for watching, guys. We are really, really happy to be here. Ooh. I will have one last comment. Let's see. He
I
says
do
he does
not.
not, but his brother does, and he enjoys his. But I love Crystal Ball in the vintage as a kid, and the classified version, metal.
Metal, yeah, absolutely. That thing looks bad. Hey, this is a bad man. I can't wait. This the Crystal Ball is an amazing character. I mean, such a ridiculous character. I didn't even think it was going to be done, but here we are again. There's something for you to collect out there, man. Just go out there and look at it.
Yeah, there's like something for everyone right now. It's
Yeah,
really nice out there. It's good times. It's good times. You have money, you want to spend it. There's places.
you got disposable income. You
Yeah.
got a little one that you want to recreate your own My Pet Monster with. Boom, call it a day, dog. Boom, call it a day. Brand new My Pet Monsters coming at you. Thank you, Pixel Dan, for all this coverage. It is amazing.
Yep.
That and wrestling is back. Whew.
I don't know how he does it to be able to photograph everything and give us good coverage, because being in a show, in a toy show where everything just looks amazing, I don't think I'll be able to stay focused.
No, Pixel Dan is a professional. That's all I can tell you. Like he's, you can tell he's an inspiration. Really, he is, because in addition to doing his YouTube channel, which is very good, he's two YouTube channels: toy hunts, reviews, news coverages, and etc. He also has a job outside of it. He mentioned in one of his videos, and he's a dad to three, I think.
Oh my gosh.
No, two boys. I think he's a dad to two and a family man who like, and he's also has his project like the book. He's working on the TNMNT book as well. Like
Man
this,
knows how to manage his time.
yeah. And when you get his coverage of like Toy Fair and all these places, it is so thorough. Like he goes through everything, not just like, oh, look at this action figure, or like this action figure. Which I'm interested in. He goes through everything, and
Wow.
he's such a likable person. That's one of the folks I would really love to meet in person, because again, he's just that salt of the earth, inspirational story. But until then, guys, I need to go check on my baby.
Yes. So thanks again for watching, guys, and sticking around. Thank you for commenting and interacting. It's been super duper fun. It gives us something else to think about, and we love getting your opinion into the show as well. And hopefully, we'll see you next week as well. We're going to try to get a couple more information. I will get you that Gem and the Holograms love drama. Just if you're not familiar with it, it's just so fun. I enjoy it so much. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There are also weekly videos that are dropped prior to our lives every single Thursday. And I think that's about it. Anything you want to
Yeah.
add before we sign out?
Well, just happy Woman in STEM Day, because I know there's a lot of people out there who is studying for exams this week. We are done with school, but that doesn't mean that there's not going. So, hey, more power to you. All right, guys, thank you very much for everything. And I will see you next week.
Time. Bye.
Yay.